Good morning, afternoon, good evening. It's the scene for Secrets of the Golden Dawn. A changeling the lost venue set in, well, see, here's the deal. New York.
Dreaming.
New York, but moving to San Diego. And that is the point. Laurie has asked his lover to move with him to San Diego. And as he is going to, he realizes now is a good time to introduce him to his son.
By the way, it's Changeling the Dreaming.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Either way. So Laurie calls Hans over to his house.
He comes over. Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Linus.
Bounce. And Laurie will open the door, and he's kind of so he opens the door, he steps out, he closes the door behind himself, and he leans against it, hyperventilating. What if you don't like each other? What if you don't like each other?
Lynn will run up to Laurie.
No, he left him inside. He's outside.
Oh, he's outside.
He's outside as Hans comes up hyperventilating.
Okay. He's cooking inside.
Yeah. He just looks at Hans.
Hans tilts his head.
But what if you two don't like each other?
Who doesn't like me? Really?
IRS?
Actually, no, I'm very on very good terms with the IRS.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Remember, he'll raise his paw. Remember, Big Pharma. IRS loves me.
I'm ready for this. We're ready for this time.
I'm sure it will be fine.
Oh, I've met your papa. Here comes his cheeks. Yeah. Have you backed?
I'm working on it. We're working on it.
He just starts crying.
Well, he pulls him into his arms. Why are you crying?
Because it's such a big voyage.
Oh. He just holds him.
He just cries.
Oh.
He's in a bargain mode.
This poor Boggin.
He's I'm afraid. What if you and my son do not get along? We're going to all have to live together. And on top of that, we will be living with an Ilunit.
He'll shrug. Okay.
Change. Remember, Laurie does not like change.
I know.
This is a lot for him. And he'll just cuddle into him. I have nobody else I can cry to. Anton makes fun of me. Laurie just put food in my mouth. Oh, not Laurie. Lynn just put food in my mouth. Until I shut up.
Well, I will hold you.
Okay.
Then he holds him until he's done crying.
And then he cleans up like nothing fucking happened and he goes back in with him. It's fine.
Right?
He's perfectly happy and bubbly and bouncy like his overlay. And he'll walk into Lynn.
Lynn is silently cooking. He doesn't seem to be super bubbly like he usually is.
So you know when someone inwardly panics. Like the life is about to end.
A look of worry sweeps across his face.
But it's all inside, just his face. You can see it in his eyes, but his face is fine. Which was stress in his eyes, so. Let's follow.
he'll smile and he'll look at Hans and he says, "I'm Len, Laurie's son," and he'll offer a hand to him.
Lindsay!
He'll hold his hand out, and he's smiling, like, not quite like he is in his overlay, but he's definitely he looks happier. And Lynn can clearly see that he is a silver fox puka. His tail's swishing, but he extends his hand to him.
He'll shake it. He can obviously tell he's stressed out.
Yeah. He'll give Lynn a slightly concerned look. He knows why he's stressed out. Like, he knows. Laurie told him. But
it would have been bad if he didn't. God.
Right though. Fuck. But yeah, he gives him a concerned look.
He smiles kind of like it's a warm smile, but it's also like there's a twinge of sadness in his eyes.
So as they're standing there, Anton will come in. It's like night and fucking day, and he hasn't met Hans yet. But it really is like night and day. And he just kind of walks past. He'll stop and smile at Hans.
Hans tilts his head a little bit.
He'll give him a winning grin.
He'll smile.
And he'll walk over to Laurie and he'll cup his cheeks. And he's like, "I'm amazed you haven't had a heart attack yet." And Laurie just hyperventilates, like,
"Don't do that! You're making it worse." And he runs over and holds Laurie.
And he'll say, "I need to remind you that I mean, not you, I have arranged for the moving truck." And he'll hold a finger out. "And for our flights," hold another finger out. "And for all of our pets to be put away where they need to be in our flights. And all of our animals to be put where they need to be on the flights." "And everything's taken care of. It's all fine. You're fine. Everything's fine. So calm down. I want you to take, what is it? 13 breaths a minute." No smile. And Laurie just goes, "No, let's not slow." And so Anton, when he sees that Laurie isn't calming down, will grab him, pull a bottle out of his fucking pocket, wrestle him to the ground, and chuck 2 pills down his throat, literally fighting him.
So Hans is just standing there blinking, like,
and he's gonna hold him tight, just shh, and knocks his ass out. He just puts him in a chokehold until he passes out and gets up. And he'll walk up to Hans, hold a hand out. "Hey, I'm Anton."
He holds his hand out.
Just give that like about 10 minutes, he'll be fine.
He'll nod.
He was in need. I helped him. I'm a boggin. It's what we do.
Lynn is just rubbing the bridge of his nose and shaking his head.
It's not the first time I've done that to him this week, by the way.
It's a very lively house. He just continually shaking his head.
Nod.
He's like, I think my dad is gonna fit in well.
Well, nod. I think you're gonna fit in well too. I swear to God, I'm not hitting on you. I know it really probably seems like I am.
I'll shake his head. No.
I am stuck perpetually in incorrigible flirt mode. I flirt with everybody, including the dishes, the cat, his girlfriend, pointing at Laurie.
You mean Lynn?
Lynn, sorry. Laurie would know. He just lists off people, the mailman, that lady at the bodega, the guy at the bodega. He goes on for about a minute. Like a solid minute, just listing off everyone he flirts with. Or seemingly flirts with. But probably not flirting with you. He'll shake his head.
he just shakes his head. He's like, if you actually were flirting with somebody, Arya would probably kill you.
I mean, yeah, and that wouldn't be flirting with them for very long is the other thing. Flirtation is just a tactic to lead to an end, and I do not take long to come to that end. He'll just try to pour himself a cup of coffee. Drinks it black. He likes it black.
Of course he does.
Sorry, I had one chance to take it, and I did.
Oh my god! Wow.
And he just smiles and sips his coffee. Have you got everything packed? As we are leaving tomorrow, he looks at Lynn.
Yeah, I've packed Ariana's and mine.
Okay. I think I have everything packed too. Hans, how are things looking for you?
He'll give a thumbs up.
Lori will finally rouse, by the way, laying on the floor.
So Hans will see that he's stirring, and he'll get down. He'll pick him up.
Remember, he's chubby.
I know.
He
can't pick him up, but he's helping him up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he'll get up and he'll sit down. And he'll look at Anton, and he's like, "What did you give me?" He'll just shake his head like he's fucking groggy. Like, get me out of it. Why did it work so fast? Because I broke it up against your teeth. And then put it under your tongue. And he just nods and lays his head down.
Hans' jaw drops.
I'm a doctor, don't worry. Look at Hans, I'm a doctor, don't worry. I'm an emergency room doctor. You have to do this sometimes when you're out in like the field.
Yeah, but I used to make those drugs.
We're gonna get along fantastic.
So, what was the dosage?
Milligrams. He'll smile.
Hold on. Okay.
Look, he's fat. Okay, he needs more.
Oh my! Wow!
Lori picks his head up and looks at him. Your girlfriend doesn't seem to mind I'm so fat. Who do you think cuddles you? Well, who do you think cuddles while you're gone? Anton's jaw drops. Finally, Lori said something catty. Finally.
Lynn grins and he shrugs and he says, "Well, you were gone for a long time. She was lonely." Then he laughs.
Lori just smiles at him, and Anton's brows go up.
Wow.
He picks his phone up. Did you cuddle my slut brother while I was gone? Question mark.
He gets the text back once.
So he pulls out the bottle and he tackles him again. And he mashes another milligram into his mouth and throws him on the couch. He passes out. Like, out.
Hans shakes his head like, wow.
Then he comes back and leans against the wall, his hands in his pocket, sipping his coffee.
Wow.
I was stressed. You need to lay down a bit.
Lynn just shrugs. He's like, you get used to it.
Mm-hmm. Or you go crazy, or you leave. My fiance, I think she went crazy. Oh, by the way, Lynn, I asked her to marry me.
Oh, finally. I heard you reciting in the mirror several times.
Motherfucker, out of game. Oh my god, this party bitch. Anton's son.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
See, I'll just smile at him, just like, oh, you fucking bastard. Okay. While this one is out and unable to process anything that happens, I have found us a home. It's one of those things where we're leasing it for now, but we have the option to buy later if we like it. And it has a guest house for me and Arya. You lot are in the house. I know if you're away from your father too long, you get really, really uncomfortable. And do you know what else is in the house? A smile. At Lori.
What's that?
A music studio.
I
I'll smile at him. It's California, please. I'll shrug his fucking shoulders. Wasn't that hard to find.
mean, I know that, but still, you thought of me.
My
He tears up.
You're my fucking son. Nephew, whatever. I don't care. I'll shrug.
And then all of a sudden, he looks like Lori. He's crying, and he's just like,
Oh my god. He'll take the pill bottle out of his pocket.
Hans is standing back letting Anton drug everybody. He doesn't give a fuck. Like, yeah.
He throws his hands on his head. I'll stop crying. I'll stop crying.
Yeah, okay. He'll put the bottle back in his pocket. You're the reason I need to call my sponsor on a daily basis. You know this, right?
I know.
Okay. I'll lean against the wall again. So hi, welcome to the madhouse. Heard you're bringing your dad along for the ride.
Hell not. I am. Yep. They don't go anywhere without him.
I understand that. So mine's dead. By my hand, but whatever. I'll shrug. That may have been a little too much information and a hint into our family life. I am so sorry. Shouldn't have probably said anything about that. But I did. But I'm sorry.
He just shakes his head.
He sent my brother to a concentration camp. He'll shrug. I have no regrets.
He nods. He actually has a very serious look on his face. Like he knows this story.
I'm forgetting something. He'll look at Len. I don't know what it is. And tomorrow at the airport, we are going to find this all very hilarious.
He blinks, and then he thinks.
Switched the utilities out. I've canceled all of the things that need to be canceled. I've set up leases on clinic, house, and tea shop. Point at you. That's yours. I got paperwork for you over at Hans.
Did you figure out how we are bringing Damien?
We're just bringing him.
Okay.
Count Felix apparently already has provisions for that. But no, not yes. Count Felix has been alerted to the fact that there is going to be a werewolf living with us. That is not to be associated with their. I don't know. He'll look at him like, I don't know this shit. That's not my thing. It's not my world. Apparently, Dorian's brother is a werewolf and it's his deal. You're gonna have to talk to him. I don't fucking know. He'll shrug. This isn't my thing. It's your thing, not my thing.
He's my precious baby, and I won't let anything happen to him.
Wow. We'll figure it out. Anyway, any gay. It'll all work out in the end, okay? I promise.
He smiles.
But I really, I do feel like there's something I'm forgetting. Okay. Your girl's all packed, right?
Yes, I packed everything for her.
I'm packed. This house is packed or sold. Hans. You're a puka. Help. Smile.
So he opens and then closes his mouth like, I'm a puka. How am I supposed to help?
Okay, you're packed. Your father's packed.
Mm-hmm.
Your house is all good. You're meeting us at the airport tomorrow.
Yep.
Tickets, I have those. I didn't buy a ticket for your girlfriend. That's what it was. He looks at Lynn. I'm so sorry. Holy shit.
His eyes go wide. He's like,
I'm sorry.
The reason we're leaving.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. He rushes.
He chases him out the house.
He just runs. He just runs. Gotta fix that now.
Hans goes and sits on the couch with Lori, put his head in his lap.
I have to fix her overlay, but Ariana's actually going to come down, and she'll look at Hans for a moment. She'll like stop and look at Hans. The thing with Ariana is that she looks a little worrisome. Like she's very, very, very thin, like frighteningly thin, and she looks very strained.
As soon as Len sees her coming down the stairs, he'll immediately like put her arm around his shoulder.
Yeah. There's just like this quiet surrounding her. And she'll just kind of look at Hans and blink.
He'll lean in and say, "This is Hans. We mentioned he was coming." And he'll walk her to him.
She'll come over to him. And she blinks again. She'll chew her lip.
Yeah, he doesn't make like any. He knows what happened to her, so he's not making any sort of move to greet her or anything. He's just kind of sitting there letting her study him.
Can I get a minute with him? She'll say softly to Lynn.
Of course, dear. Here. And he'll sit her on a chair nearby and kiss her cheek and walk out.
And she'll look at Hans. You're a puka, right? Like, I mean, I can see that. I'm just trying to be polite.
Silver fox puka.
Can I talk to you?
Of course. He nods. He'll get up and kind of walk into a different area where no one else is.
She'll come over home. She's not immobile. She's just very weak. Like she's very shaky. Like she can't eat right now like very well. Like she's just been bedridden for a little bit, so like with depression. So she'll come over and she'll kind of sit near to him. So like I'm really trying to like be better, you know? And like I'm trying not even to be like happy, but just be okay. But it's like even no matter how much I want to be, I can't.
He nods.
Like I'm trying and I literally just don't even have like the energy. Like I want to be happy and Lynn makes me really, really happy. Like for the first time in my life, somebody makes me happy.
You're recovering from major trauma. It's not going to be the process to come back from that is going to be long and trying, and it's okay to not be okay. You may never be completely okay, but you have people around you who love and support you. And he'll smile. Don't push yourself. You take all of the time that you need. And anybody who doesn't understand that, he'll shake his head. You don't need him.
Like but there's like a part of me that also I think is kind of guilty because I'm kind of relieved. Like, I never wanted to be countess, and I never wanted to have a baby. And, like, I didn't want any of this. But now that I don't have it, I feel like I'm kind of truer lip. Like, kind of like it was taken from me because I wasn't grateful about it. Like, the reason I lost it so hard and, like, so brutally is because, like, I was ungrateful. And it really hurt Lynn, you know? I was just a countess because my uncle wanted the power of that county. And, like, I tried my best to, like, do right by it, but I was never really the one in power anyway.
Hell not.
But I didn't want any of it. And I just feel kind of like, because of that, it was taken from me the way it was. And it hurt Lynn. I know it's like a really rude question, but can I pet you?
He nods. Would you like me to shift?
I mean, I think if I pet you while you're a person, Lynn might actually get kind of mad. So yeah, you should probably shift.
So he'll shift to his fox form, and he'll go crawl in her lap.
She'll like curl up with him, like curl around him, and like just lay there and like pet him.
Comfort fox.
She'll actually cry for a little bit, and then she'll like kind of fall asleep in his fur.
Yeah, and he'll just lay there with her, lick up her tears, and just be completely comforting.
Aww. So Lynn comes back with his bae sleeping curled around the comfort fox. So
the fox fell asleep too, actually. He's asleep.
Oh. But as he's looking at them, curled around the comfort fox, his father will come running back in quietly when he notices everybody's asleep. He'll whisper, "Hi."
He smiles at him.
Okay. I shift around all the tickets. We're all sitting together. But we had to fly first class. Oh, the horror.
Or? I thought you said or. Sorry.
No, I said, oh, the horror. We had to fly first class.
The horror. Oh my. Terrible.
I know, right? And shake his head. How will we survive eating filet mignon? Drinking champagne. He'll shake his head.
All the leg room. That's just terrible.
Oh God, my legs are aching already thinking about it. Do you think
he looks? Oh, sorry.
He says, "Do you think honestly she's mentally going to be okay to travel? Physically, I don't think it's critical."
I'm not sure, but I think she's doing okay.
I wonder if we can get him a service vest. He'll chew his lip.
He smiles.
A little harness. Because she looks really calm right now, actually. Like there was some Hadavan, Cumbered Fox.
She hasn't been this calm in a while.
No, she hasn't actually. I noticed that. I actually really like that guy.
He smiles.
Really
and I think she needed somebody to talk to who wasn't directly with our family.
Yeah, I can agree with that. can definitely agree to that. And Puka are good for that shit.
Puka are pretty lovable. He smiles.
I'm gonna put him. I'll look at his brother on a fucking pump if he doesn't calm down. This man does not handle change well. Oh my god. I'm gonna sit her and Lori next to each other. That's what we'll do. And the comfort fox will bounce between them.
And if he stresses out too much, he'll have to look at Ariana and be like, "Oh, I have to be strong for her."
Exactly.
He smiles.
Exactly. And then you, me, and Arya can run all up and down that plane, skipping and fucking singing ABBA for all I care. I feel like I'm missing somebody again. You, me, Ariana, Dad, Papa. Yes, his Papa. Okay, so you, me, Papa. I haven't met his father. But he's a wonderful guy, though. Anyway, you know, I bet he's one of those kind of guys that wears pastel shorts and like Hawaiian t-shirts and pretends he's Santa all year round.
He sounds amazing.
I imagine so. He's old by my standards, and I'm old. Okay. Who kissed his forehead?
Maybe Damien should sit by him then, if he looks like Santa. He smiles.
That's true. Probably should put Damien by him because I have to bring, oh my god, tiny werewolf thanks to you onto a plane.
Find a way to have the most soothing, relaxing.
So Damien,
plane ride for him.
Lori, and Ariana are going to be sitting with Hans. And me, Papa, Arya, and you. We'll be able to run up and down first class as much as we please.
He smiles.
He just shakes his head like, oh my god, this move is going to be insane. Why did we move transcontinent? By the way,
because it's on the other side.
He holds his hand up, and he looks like he's about to have a fucking heart attack. I just remember.
He takes a bottle out of his pocket.
I remember just now. I just now remembered as I stand here, after I spent money, planned all of this, and oh, that I am a master of Wayfair and could have teleported us all. He takes the Ativan out of his pocket.
We could have saved ourselves so much money. You can cancel it, right?
He shakes his head.
This would cause so much less stress.
He just shakes his head and just follows those pills up and goes and sits next to Lori and wait for sedation to just take him.
Wow.
He'll just lay in Lori's arms, crawl into his arms, and curl up and just hug me, hold me. I know I drugged you. I'm sorry.
The comfort fox stirs. He goes over to Anton, lays on top of him.
I could have, but I didn't. I forgot. He just starts crying.
You still have time to oh no, it's tomorrow. We can't cancel.
Oh
god.
It's tomorrow. Not without wasting a lot of money. A lot. Like more money than I want to waste.
And you got first class too.
First class, filet mignon. I was too busy. Oh my god. He just goes, like, he just lays flat, just on his back, on the couch, just looking up at the ceiling, waiting for the Ativan to just knock him out and under. And
Lynn starts crying a little. He's just like, tears are rolling down his face, and he's like,
he throws the bottle sedative.
He takes them and he just kind of like looks up and he's like, I gave up my expensive keyboard for this, and he just sits down.
So Arya, later, in about 10 or so minutes, is going to come into the entire house drugged, laying in the living room.
They're all cuddling each other.
I'm gonna go ahead and toss up a relay.
Lying, sedated, in the living room. All of them. The only person missing is Papa.
Yep. So
That's what she
Arya
wants to do.
She walks in, she surveys the scene, and she's like, okay, Hans is here. See the fox. Like everybody's just in a pile on the couch.
They're all just drugged on sedatives, sleeping deeply. Except Hans, who's just sleeping, I imagine, just normal like.
Yeah, Hans is normally sleeping. He's the only one not drugged.
He's the one who could actually like stir and be like, "Oh yeah, hey."
She just kind of blinks and she's like, "What did I miss? I don't understand." She goes over and pokes Anton.
His eyes will flutter open and he'll look up at her. Hark, an angel. I hadn't gone to heaven. I can do this. And he'll smile.
She'll grin at him. Are you okay?
No.
No.
After I booked first class tickets for everyone and realized that half the party would probably panic on the flight, I then remembered I have the ability to just poof us to San Diego. A nod.
That's a lot of money to waste.
It is, so we're going to take that flight.
We're going on a plane.
We
are actually going on a plane.
Please tell me you're not afraid of flying.
No, I flew here from Chicago.
I don't know how you got here from Chicago. I didn't ask.
On a plane, like a normal person, because I don't have the ability to just poof. I'm not that skilled yet.
Apparently neither am I. He'll kind of dig his way out from under the pile of bodies and shake his head. Wrap his arms around her. Okay, we got this. Tell me we got this.
Hans will chirp at Arya.
That is Hans.
I know.
He's very handsome, actually, as a person.
I know. Remember, we've spied out the window.
I know. In real life, in person, when you are speaking to him, it's even better. I'm not flirting with Hans.
She'll shrug.
Not yet. You'll know what I do.
He chirps at her, and she'll reach down and pet him, and he'll nuzzle her hand, and then he'll go curl back up with Ariana.
He curls around him again. And Anton will just shake his head. Okay. Are we really ready for this? We are, right. Just reassure me. Finally, he needs reassurance.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course we are. She'll cup his cheeks.
Okay.
Lynn will stir a little bit, and he'll look at them, blink groggily.
He kisses her gently. And just smiles.
Oh.
She melts and kisses him back.
Oh, I forgot to mention, Ariana and I, he rubs his eyes and he says, we're planning on, yawn. We were planning on getting, married a little bit sooner when we move.
Oh my. Is this going to be are you eloping?
We're doing a small ceremony, something to get our mind off of things.
I'll smile. He actually does approve of it. Well, I certainly think you're ready.
He smiles.
I know. He'll take a deep breath. I think we're all ready. Okay. We need to get some rest. I say we get pizza tonight. Pack up final things, and then we head out in the morning.
Pizza's good. Yes.
Pizza's very good. Not that I do not want your precious cooking, Lynn. Just
Lynn's like, I will probably chop my hand off on these drugs. Please no.
Arya just shakes her head. She is like next to Hans. She's probably the most chill person in the room right now. Like, dudes, why are you all freaking out?
Oh, by the way, we should get that awesome pizza from that one place that's only here in New York.
Um, there is actually a reason. There is a reason that Laurie is freaking out as bad as he is, and Anson will bring it up. He'll look at Arya and say, "Laurie's not just freaking out for nothing.
She'll nod.
We're not citizens. We have to fly tomorrow. And the Supreme Court just passed a ruling saying that non-citizens could be detained for indefinitely with no bond. I'm okay with it. He'll shrug. I'm a master wafer. But me, Lynn, and him, will shrug.
She'll nod.
Actually, Hans and his father are probably in the same boat, to be honest. So that's why Laurie's freaking out so badly.
She'll nod. Okay. I understand that.
I'll take a deep breath. I know it'll be okay.
She'll wrap her arms around him.
I'll hug her. I know it'll be okay, and it's nothing. He'll wave his hand. But when you take Laurie and talk about detention and indefinite and things like that, he waves his hand.
Oh, of course.
So,
Yeah, that's
kiss her lips softly. So it'll all be fine. It'll be fine. We all know it'll be fine. Just making sure to bring the family out of Anne when we go.
We all are carrying a bottle of pills. He pulls the pill bottle out of his pocket.
He got his heart meds over there. He's gonna take us forever to get the TSA. Oh my god. We got fucking Martin Shkreli over here pointing at Hans. He'll wave himself, Jack Kevorkian over here. Fucking Mangala down there pointing at Laurie. Oh, we are never getting through TSA. Holy fuck, I should have priority boarded. I'm gonna go see if I can priority board. No walk off. So I say this is a good place to break from these two and head our asses with our San Diego characters over to San Diego for the now.
Sounds good to me.
So in San Diego, Morris is sitting at the cafe with a cup of coffee, just kind of sipping it. Very confused.
He'll see Alicia walk up.
He looks up and blinks.
He'll smile softly to him. Marie. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
I
still don't know Italian.
He smiles. He'll sit beside him. Well, like, not beside him, but across from him.
He shields a little bit. Not shields, but like is a little like tense.
Maria, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not like you really hurt me or anything.
He'll chew his lip.
Or made me feel worthless or anything.
Marie. His eyes look really sad. Marie, you have so much worth to me. you give me worth.
I just feel like you're always going to ask me for more than I can give you. When does it stop? I think you've gotten so used to being hurt by losing those close to you, from having to watch them one by one be taken away, that the thought of having another person taken away from you is inconceivable. So you have an iron grip. What I have to figure out is if I want to run the risk of being crushed by that.
He looks down.
You say you don't want to take anything from me. You don't want me to lose anything.
But you are.
It's not even about me losing my order. I'm not being a priest anymore. I'll always be a priest, even if you don't stop being a priest. I just won't be able to perform my duties. I'll never be able to marry within the church. Well, we live in America, though, where there's a separation of church and state, so frankly, I could walk out and never walk into the church again, and they can't really do anything. They can't fine me or penalize me or anything. The only thing they can do is hold it against me in the eyes of God, and frankly, since sabbatical, I'm not so sure that that's actually even a thing. So it's not about me losing my way of life. I don't care. It's not even about me losing my sense of self if I choose to stay with you. I just want you to know what you're asking me to give up. That if you're going to take my control from me and do what you did to me yesterday, hurt me, you at least realize you're doing it. Because I don't think you realized you were doing it.
No, I did not. He looks really sad.
Do you know why you hurt me? You made me feel used. Like what I wanted, my desires were unimportant. And I don't even know my desires. I shouldn't have to tell you I don't like something. I'm not so hard to read. I don't want you to handle me with kid gloves or like you're walking on eggshells, but I don't want to just feel like I'm here for you to... I don't want to feel like I'm here for you. And as though I'm not a factor in this. And that's not easy for me to say. I've never really wanted anything for myself before. My parents left me to the church. I don't even know who they are. They just gave me to the priest. The priest decided instead of giving me to the nunnery that they would raise me in the church because I was different. So it's all I've ever known is this life. I was a little church cat.
Mary, I swear I will never be that rough again.
I don't know if it was the roughness so much as it wasn't the touch, it was the intention.
I wanted control.
Just felt very selfish, and I don't like feeling like I'm. And he'll sniff and a tear will roll down his cheek.
He'll reach forward and grab onto his hand and squeeze it.
I don't like feeling like
You're used.
I'm not.
Mon petite.
You told me you loved me, and I want to love you. But that's not what love is.
He nods.
You know what the Bible says about love. In 1 Corinthians,
I'd like to hear it. I haven't read the Bible in a long time.
love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered, it keeps no records of wrong. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails, but where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. No bite is love. That's the kind of love I want.
He nods.
And when you tell me you love me, and with the way you behaved yesterday, I don't feel that. Sorry. I don't think you love me. I think you covet me.
Then I'll learn to love you. Because I cherish you. I do.
He takes a deep breath listening to that. I'll nod. You can agree to that. It's very easy for the act of cherishing to become dangerous. I don't mind being cherished, but I mind being coveted. I want to be yours. I feel like I'm home with you for the first time in my life. I feel like I have a place with you, like I'm drawn to you, but I don't want madness to flourish there. Or if it does, I want you to be aware that it is. And that
He tears up.
me.
And he looks down.
I at least want you to know if you're going to destroy me.
I will fight my demons if you'll help me.
Of course I'll help you. Even if we weren't lovers, even if I was just your dearest friend, I would help you. He'll stroke his cheek. He'll reach out and stroke his cheek.
He'll look into his eyes.
I just realized that it looks like Hans's overlay and Maurice's overlay are talking. It looks like they're laughing in the same scene and having a conversation. I'm sorry. You just noticed that? By my screen it is. But so yeah, he'll trace his thumb over his lip, over his bottom lip. I've been sleeping on the street for 2 days.
His eyes widen. Marie.
I can't go back to the church. You had sex with me. I violated my vow of celibacy.
You are coming with me.
Where?
I had the room set up. You can still live there. Here. He pulls out his phone and he texts Cass. I'll put it in the side chat.
Water puppy! Sac passé! La boule!
He looks over at Maris.
He'll hesitate a moment and then he'll slip out of his chair and he'll slip onto Alicio's lap.
He'll pull him in. Mon petit. He's practically breathes him in.
That's what he's doing. So that's funny. Yeah, they basically inhale each other like fucking cocaine. Not stupid for each other. And he'll nuzzle him softly. Can I go home with you?
That's not a question. You will go home with me.
He'll chew his lip. I'll lick his lips. Okay. All of my stuff is in my car. I've actually told the diocese I won't be coming back. It has nothing to do with you. I don't feel it anymore. When I was older, I was so sure. But now that I'm younger, my heart just isn't the same.
He holds him.
I was always so sure that this is what I wanted. That I'd be happy. But I'm not. There's just so much wrong. And I can't fix it from the inside anymore. The politics of it all he'll shake his head.
Then let's find your happiness. I see happiness when you are in the water. It made me laugh, seeing a feline who loved the water.
I like being a minister. I'll chew his lip. I do. I can't be a part of that faith anymore. Not the faith. He actually looks very anxious. It's like he understands that there are other religions. He gets it. Like he understands the concept. He doesn't understand that he himself could practice another faith.
Then do research.
I don't know. I'm so afraid.
No, mon petit. He runs his fingers through his hair.
He actually starts crying softly. I just don't know what to do. This is all I've ever known. It's my life. I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid.
He chews his lip. Fear is something I know all too well.
He takes a deep breath. Deep breath. I'm gonna make everybody super fucking happy in a second.
Cassius says he would like to stay as well.
What?
He points to his phone. That way, it would not just be us.
Oh. I don't. I didn't mind the idea of us just staying, but I like Cassius a lot. I'd like that.
I'm afraid that if it was just you and I would hurt you again.
Yeah.
I have a lot of darkness inside.
Yeah. You think so? I mean, I don't question whether you have a lot of darkness inside or not. That's kind of obvious, but just wish that I wish that I could reach past that darkness and into you.
Don't keep reaching. Don't keep reaching. I mean, don't stop reaching, he meant to say.
I just don't know what to do going out from here. I feel so lost.
Life is pain, mon petit.
You hear a voice, very, very warm and soft. Shockingly warm and soft. Like air. Like a spring breeze just rolled over you. Say, well, if you're lost, maybe a shepherd can help you find your way. And smiles at him.
Blink, blink.
And Mars blinks. He blinks. And he'll step up and he says, you mind if I join you a moment? Mars shakes his head.
I do not mind.
And he'll pull the chair and he'll sit down. He looks so relaxed. Now, excuse me if I got caught listening in, but I believe I heard you say that you wish to leave the church, though you are a priest. And Maris will softly meow sadly and nod. That must be very hard on you, my son. And Maris will nod like, oh, no. He'll reach out and he'll scratch behind his ear. No, it's okay. And they'll look at him. They'll say, have you considered the Unitarian Universalist Church? And Maris will tilt his head. Like, what is this you speak? And Art will smile.
Alicia will tilt his head as well.
And he'll smile to the both of them softly. Unitarian Universalism. We are a body of individuals who respect that everyone is on a different course which leads them to what they consider their happiness, possibly salvation. Be it a God, humanity, science. And we come together to help make that path easier. And Maris tells his head, he's like, is this a cult?
Yeah. Alicia pulls in Maris closer, like, better not be a cult.
Yeah, hold it up and I'll say, it's not a cult. Any more than any other faith probably is. Let's be real. And he tries to argue that, but then he's like, wait, no. I can't argue that. We're not a cult. It is actually a very diverse faith, international, and we don't ask anything of anyone other than to, and he'll shrug, just hold fellowship with each other, respect the interdependentness of, and he'll motion around this. I myself am, I identify myself as a Christian Unitarian Universalist, but there are Muslims, Jews, atheists, pagans. We're all just strings to a larger tapestry. This sounds like a cult. And he just takes it all in stride and nods. Or just nods. It does sound like a cult, though I impress upon you again how many other religions don't. And he's like, meow.
Uh, Alicia will just look at him and he'll just nod his head and he'll say, "As long as there's not Kool-Aid involved, I don't want to." He'll pull Marison closer.
Shake his head. We don't even offer Kool-Aid in religious exploration just because he's the association.
Nods.
Would you like to hear the principles of the faith?
Alicia will nod. He'll look at Maris.
And he'll nod. I know these off the top of my head, but I need to pull them up. Thank you. Thank you. Asshole. My own religion's website's a bitch. He'll smile at him. And he'll say, the 7 principles of the faith are: we, the members, congregation of the Unitarian Universalist Association, convent to affirm and promote the inherent worth and dignity of every person, justice, equality, and compassion in human relations, acceptance of one another, and encouragement to spiritual growth in our congregations, a free and responsible search for truth and meaning, the right of conscience and use of democratic process within our congregations and in society at large, the goal of world community with peace, liberty, and justice for all, and respect for the interdependent web of all that exists in which we're a part of. And he'll chew his lip. Like, he actually seems to be relaxing a little bit. And he'll kind of go through his pocket and he'll pull out a business card. And he'll say, I think I've spoken here enough. And he'll put the business card on the table. Just come by one day if you'd like to a service, or give me a call if you ever need help. You look like you both could use a friend. And he'll smile.
Alicia will nod.
And he'll just give them a nod and walk off politely. And Maris looks back at him like, I'm confused. Did we almost give a... Is that... I'm confused. So confused.
He will push his hair back with his fingers. And just kind of look at Maris, and he'll say, Mary, we should try it.
But what if it's a cult and ends up like Johnstown and we all die?
If they try to touch you, I will rip their faces off. Oh, yeah, like, he sees his face go dark.
I feel safe. Okay. Look at him on the lips.
Oh, he'll kiss him. And he'll actually pull him in with a little peck, and he'll just kiss him hard.
Let him kiss him hard. He won't stop him.
And he'll like let him
smile.
He'll pull back and smile.
Te amo. What? You keep speaking Italian to me.
I don't know Greek.
And neither do I. Oh, grin. I am Greek. Let's stroke his cheeks. Do you want to go home?
Yes, Cassius is on his way over there right now. I forgot to tell you.
Shrug. By the way, I have a dog. Smile. Like,
Well,
by the way, I have a dog.
I own my house, so it's not like it's leased or anything. He smiles.
But the dog is leashed.
I would hope so. He smiles, but we don't have to keep him in the backyard.
I
If
don't think
he's
he would
potty trained.
allow us to keep him in the backyard.
I don't
Tobias,
think so either, because that's a beach.
Tobias has a yes! 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 He throws both hands up in the air. Yes! I never noticed the backyard was a beach.
You didn't notice that it was the same beach we were on?
I noticed one thing at your house. It was you.
He blushes and picks him
Didn't
up.
notice. I was a bit focused. But I do need my dog. If it pleases you.
He'll boop his nose with his, and he'll say, "It pleases me." And he does it very, like, sassy.
He says, as do I. And he shuts up before he finishes the answer. My dog is really big. He's a mix.
Oh, he nods.
He'll nod. Do you know what it is a mix of? His eyes light up.
I don't know. Chihuahua and Pomeranian?
A Malamute and a German Shepherd. He looks like a wolf.
Well, I don't mind having a dog as long as he's potty trained.
He can use the bathroom, the potty itself. He takes the paper in there and everything.
He blinks. Well, you've trained him well, I suppose.
No, he came like that. He'll shake his head.
Well, lead the way.
So he'll take him. And I'll show you the picture of a Gagi. I'll show you the picture of the Gagi. So he takes him into his he'll take him back to where the hotel he stayed at for the last couple of nights. He needs actually down the street, so he's booking that. And he'll go to the door and he'll open it up. And this will that's at the door. Like he's gonna kill you, by the way. Yeah, that.
Oh my god!
Oh, fucking big.
Alicio squats down and it's like, come here.
You don't have to squat very far. And he'll lick Maris protectively. And he'll look at Alicio. Almost growls at him, basically like sizing him up. Like, what do you want with my Maris?
He'll put his hand down gently and offer it for the dog to smell.
So the first thing the dog does is growl at him and walk forward a bit.
He stands his ground, looking at him.
Yeah, his eyes go up to his and lock.
He smiles.
When he sees that Alicio can stand his ground and he's not being a threat, he'll lick his hand. He won't lick it, he'll nose it. And give it one lick. And then walk back over to Maris. And nuzzle him. You'll have to pardon him, he's very old.
I like him. He's protective of you.
He is. He's 33. He'll nod.
He blinks.
He'll nod.
What? His eyes go wide looking at the dog. Like, God, you're an old dog.
He just goes and lays down. Nothing to see here, just a doge.
Very healthy.
I feed him well.
Huh.
Just lay down on his basket. Take him, pick his favorite ball up, choo choo choo, looking at Alicio like this could be your head.
He smiles at the dog.
By the way, why I said there was only so much I was worried about a threat from your character. So he'll lick him. He'll lick his hand. No, I'm sorry, wrong stage. He'll just chew the ball, looking at Alicia.
Alicia will smile at Maris and then take a few steps forward to the dog.
He growls. Like low.
What's his name?
And his name's Toby, but it's Tobias, but Toby. I've had him since I was a boy. The priest gave him to me.
He smiles.
He doesn't look like an old dog either, by the way. He just looks like a normal age dog.
Toby, you're a good boy.
So you get the feeling the dog kind of hits him with, and you're not.
Yeah.
He's like staring him down. And he'll gently he'll keep chewing the ball, staring at him. He'll warm up to you, I promise.
He has every right to be angry at me. I made you cry.
So the dog gets up and walks towards your character, growling. You didn't know that. And he'll like, no, pull back by his collar. No, hey. It's okay. I handled it. We're good. He pulls him back like jerk. Come on, it's cool. We're cool. It's okay. His eyes are locked on Alicio. Like, yeah, let me hear that again. We're cool. It's okay. Pet his cheeks. Just breathe, man. Just chill out, pup. He'll go back in his basket and lay down. Pick the ball up. I'm sorry. I don't know why he's being like that today.
He nods, and he'll just say, I know why.
Oh?
Because he cares much for you, and I'm a dangerous man.
I don't think you're dangerous, are you? You don't seem so much dangerous as maybe kind of wrinkle his nose. Shrug. Misunderstood? Seen too much? I don't know.
He looks down. I've killed many people.
So have I.
I let friends and family die so I could live.
I don't know. I don't have that one. I'm sorry. That one I haven't done. We were
Knowing of
almost
their
there together.
deaths. He looks down, he says, I knew of their deaths and did nothing. That is not a good person.
Realistically, was there anything you could do, as I said yesterday?
Perhaps not, but I still try nothing.
I just don't want to see you hurt yourself. I want to see you hold this against yourself. Guilt can really rip someone apart.
He goes and sits down on the bed and lays back. I think it'll take me a long time to not feel guilty.
I mean, maybe you're just always going to feel guilty and you just have to learn to live with it. There's just this baseline level of guilt you're never going to escape. Well, there's one or two things you can do about it. You can choose to stay in it and leave yourself there and live that way. Or you can surround yourself.
Or I can choose to live for them.
Exactly. Maybe that's why you saw, like I said yesterday. Now you carry a part of them with you, but in that they can live in you, through you. Is this really how you want them to live? Now that you carry parts of them with you? You could take what was once great pain and turn it into magnificent beauty. And they can't make that choice for you.
He nods. There's a reason why I stayed in House Bubble. I could have hid like the others, but...
Hold on. I used to belong to a house, but I left. It was...
Which house was that? Oh.
Well, chew its lip. Not ready to talk about it yet. But just know that I once was titled. I chose to take the way of the commoner again. I know you think that I'm really innocent. Or maybe that I'm just really... He'll shake his head and just stroke his cheek.
He looks at him.
People always equate lust with the greatest sin. Somebody could be a bloodthirsty, psychotic maniac, but as long as they're not a slut, nobody really cares. But what they do. Sometimes people are terrible people and do terrible things, and nobody pays attention. And chew his lip.
Then maybe we can make that difference. I would like to make that difference.
Maybe. Maybe. A whole lot.
He pulls him in.
Unless I'm so soft. You know we're getting a new count, right?
I overheard.
I'm nervous.
There are many new counts coming in.
As I understand it, they've restructured the entire system. The entire court fell, as I understand it. I don't know what happened. As in, I was here, and I don't know what happened. Oh, furrow his brow. There's a part of me that wonders if endless winter came and went, and somehow we missed it. Oh, furrow his brow again. Apparently, something very similar has happened in other cities. People just being unclear what happened for a span of time. Huh. Anyway.
Anyway, I suppose let's go. I'll help you pack and we can go to my home. Our home.
I'll smile. He'll whistle for the dog. He'll get up. He'll start packing. The dog will pull over his dog bag and start putting stuff in his dog bag. And then he will pick up his dog bag in his mouth.
Oh my god.
He slips on his service animal harness. And waits by the door with his bag in his mouth.
Alicia will notice the service vest and he'll say, "A service dog."
I'll nod. I have epilepsy.
Mary.
And my nerves, I get very powerful anxiety attacks. Panic. I've always been like that since I was a small boy.
He literally cradles him for a moment.
I'll nuzzle him.
I need to be stronger if I wish to protect, especially someone that I care about as much as you.
Well, bear in mind, I am no damsel in distress.
Of course not. I'd like to think that you have my back too.
He'll think for a moment and his brows will furrow. And his wrist flicks. Alicia will feel something trail up his spine.
He'll look.
Something sharp and metallic. I have your back. It's up to you how I have it. Don't underestimate me.
He smiles. He's not hesitating at all.
Anatomy and physiology were strong suits of mine in college. He trails it up his spine, a dagger. And he'll trail it across his shoulder, up his neck and under his chin. He'll put the point under his chin. I want to love you, too. But don't think that I'm defenseless. I have claws, and they are sharp. And I'll kiss him, with the dagger still buried under his chin.
And he'll kiss him back. Like, oh my god, he really likes this.
He'll flick his wrist again and the blade disappears. And he'll pull the little handle on his suitcase where it lifts. And he'll smile. Ready?
Of course I'm ready. And he'll guide him out.
They have the car, so they can take his car. He does have a car. He has a Jeep Wrangler, soft top. So the dog will hop in. And he'll click his seatbelt on. And Marius reaches over and pets him. He sits in the front seat, by the way. You have to sit in the back.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, if your character even blinks in the fucking direction of the front seat, he barks at you, and it's like, nah, back. In the back. He'll hop in the front seat and settle down. Mars will pick the Beach Boys for music. Wouldn't it be nice? He'll drive. He knows the way back to the house, so he'll drive him there. How's it looking for you, Lindsay?
Lindsay?
I'm doing the last part of the text right now.
You are
Okay.
Robo Buddy. The only problem is my computer's dying. Do you want to end this scene and do it on another scene to where they can also see Felix? No, it's Dorian. No, it's Illyrian. Illyrian's the one that happened.
Well, all of them.
Yeah, we can end this. We can end this scene here. That's fine.
Yay! We'll end it here. Yay! So, thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Peace.